Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Bandwidth Blog Live, and today we're looking back at the seminal Escape from Butcher Bay, a 2004 release that we still love playing today. For those of you who haven't played the game, we're going to try and keep spoilers to an absolute minimum. 12 years on from its release, it's one of the best games in the first-person shooter genre, and here are our reasons why you should play the game. Number 1, pacing. Butcher Bay changes its pacing and its tempo all the time, often without you realizing it. It's a short game at about 7 or 8 hours long, but what it packs in feels memorable. There are main hubs where you can speak to other inmates and converse with them, and also more action-focused areas too. There are side missions and collectibles, and you're never doing the same thing from one moment to the next. The game gets variation perfect. At times you'll need to be a brawler, or good with a gun, or stealthy too. The game's always asking you to do different things, and the challenge is always there. The pacing of Butcher Bay is brilliant. It means you never know quite what to expect around the corner, and it means that you never get tired of playing either. Lesser games might hand you a gun right from the beginning and say, go ahead with it. But Butcher Bay cleverly limits your access to firearms by deploying a very clever narrative device. You only pick up a gun much later, and that means that you're allowed and forced to toy with different gameplay mechanics. Butcher Bay understands that the best games don't force you to hurtle along at one speed, and it keeps the pace varied at all times. Number 2, world building. Butcher Bay is a gigantic prison that stretches high into the sky and plumbs the depths of the earth too, and you're there to explore every inch of it. Riddick is forced to plan an escape from the prison, and he has to make friends along the way. There's a notorious Abbott, voiced by Exhibit, the sadistic prison warden who stands in your way. The world is absolutely teeming with atmosphere, and there's never a single location that doesn't stick in your mind. In terms of building a world, Butcher Bay absolutely excels. Third and finally, it's decision making. Now Butcher Bay is technically a linear, on-the-rails shooter if you want to play it that way, but there are other ways of playing it too. In fact, Butcher Bay does one thing better than almost any other first-person shooter I can think of, and that's give you decisions to make. Throughout the game's main hubs, you'll encounter inmates who need your help. Now these are basically side missions, but most games telegraph their side missions. Butcher Bay makes them feel like they've woven into the fabric of the story. Now you can choose whether you want to help the inmates or not, but you'll often receive cool rewards for going out of your way to help a friend in need. In fact, some of the items you pick up along the way will help you in later missions, whether it's getting a guard's uniform which will allow you to blend in better, or new unlockables that give you more content. But in essence, Butcher Bay does something that most shooters neglect, and that's actually to weave in sort of RPG mechanics and to take a more subtle approach to the way it tells a story. I'd love to see more games actually follow this mechanic and actually do something interesting with the way they approach side missions, and to give you reasons to go off the beaten track. Unfortunately, Butcher Bay's sequel, Assault on Dark Athena, really felt like a shallow and pale imitation of Butcher Bay, and really failed to nail the feeling of the atmosphere and the world. In the end, Butcher Bay is a seminal title. It's smart, it's clever, it's a joy to play, and we'd love to see it made again. Here's hoping that Starbreeze comes back to the franchise in one way or another, and that we can play a game of this quality again.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, Instagram, and Google+. And check us out at bandwidthblog.com for more tech, gadget, and gaming news.